So here's the second thought today. I want to talk about when people say, how come there's death at all? How come there's evil at all? And I asked this question because I've prayed for 49 years. So there's a lot of questions I've asked. And they're so deep and so long sometimes that I just forget because I go on to the next thing in my own world. And I wasn't necessarily thinking about being some kind of preacher to the world about things, but this kind of fell in my lap. So most things I kept track of, but not everything that I keep track of. So I want to answer though, why death? Because I asked them. I asked, Lord, why is there death? Why do we need to have that around us at all? And he said, I needed a mechanism. I need some way to guarantee I could bring you back home. So then if you think about it, if we didn't have a death mechanism, if we just kept on living, there was no way that we could get back up to where we're from, to our heavenly home. That's where we started, and that's where we're going to end. And then there's another, it keeps on going to a Marantia life, which is a whole other subject. And so then in a smaller way, why is there evil? Just like on the video that I put out before this one, I was saying that evil stays up at a high, light stays at a high vibration while evil barely gets off the mat. And so then you ask yourself, well, why does evil even have to be here? Why couldn't we just have all goodness, all light, all that stuff? Well, that's to come, because if somebody thinks about that, that will be our future. But in the meantime, because we're trying to patch the earth back into its space and using time to slow everything down in order to fix it, we need an agitator. The agitator for people movement, because think about it, if you have a blender, if you're tilling soil, if you got a fan and you're agitating air, all those things are beneficial. If let's say you're in a clothes washer, you can't wash your clothes without some kind of agitation. All these things are needed to make everything reset or move. Because if you don't have the movement, if you don't have the motion, you're just sitting there. And if this was our heavenly home, it'd be okay to sit here, but it's not. So we got to keep on going. We got to keep on progressing. And so the agitator for the goodness or for the rebellious, either one, to understand what they're doing with every reconciliation opportunity or failure within our hearts, is agitated by the darkness, which is evil, because it makes us move. Now, if we embrace that evil, that's a whole nother story, which I can get into later. But I just want to bring out the fact that there's a death mechanism for a reason, to bring us back home. And then there's a darkness of evil for an element to keep us agitated. So we keep on going forward as as humanity or as society or as individuals. We have to move. We have to progress, because this isn't our home. So that's it for this one. There's plenty more to come.